Hi, welcome in. It's Shaped by Kate. Today's practice is going to be our warrior yoga flow. All are considered powerful stances. Let's begin in our tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your palms, hips over knees. Begin that cat-cow warm-up. Inhale to lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale to round the spine, pushing the top of the spine to the ceiling. Move at your own flow and pace. So if you're just waking up and this is your first movement, maybe take a bit more time in your cat and in your cow. Since we will be working through all of these strong poses, bring awareness to what makes you strong, either in yoga or outside of yoga. Beautiful. With that in mind, widen out your handstands, curl toes under, lift from the hips, find downward facing dog. Feeling that tailbone reach back on your inhale, weight pressing away from your palms. Exhale to sink the heels deeper into the mat, using that breath as your inner strength. Next breath in, look to the top of your mat, walk or hop, bringing yourself to your first forward fold. Look to your shins or the back of your mat. From forward fold, after a couple rounds of breathing, we'll inhale, find a half lift, and then exhale to fold. Finding any extra movements in between, making this your own practice. Inhale to roll up to your mountain pose. Sweep your arms, find an upward salute, reach for the sky. Heel till the feet together. Exhale, come into your first chair pose, sit the hips back. Remember your modifications, you can reach those hands forward. Breathe in to breathe out, forward fold. And that's what's nice about doing yoga at home or online, is this is very much your own practice, so no need to think about others around you. When you're ready, plant the hands, step out to plank. We'll be finding our typical flow, so inhale to shift forward, exhale chaturanga, inhale open heart pose. Then resting back in downward facing dog. Press the heels to the mat. We'll be starting on our left leg first. When you're ready, inhale, reach the left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Actively open the hip, bend the knee. Keep your flat back. Option to stay here or find some circles, adding dynamic movement to any stiff hips. If you feel any weight in the shoulders or the hands, reach it back in your hips. Then we'll be heading to our warrior one, left leg reaching forward. Settle the back heel to the earth. Inhale to rise, reach those arms to the sky, warrior one. Your strong fighting stance. Remember, this is not a lunge, it's a warrior one, powerful pose. Then shifting to our second warrior, lengthen the leg, adjust your feet, find warrior two. Left heel runs down the middle of your mat, dissecting your foot arch in the right foot. Again, it does feel nice to find that kind of long lunge stance, but these are our fighting poses. These are strong enough that if someone was to come over and just push you over, you could keep that stance. Find a purpose with your gaze. It's traditionally forward unless that puts too much pressure on your neck. Look to the side. Now reversing our warrior, reach the left hand forward and back. Reach it to the sky. Right arm goes either down your leg or it can wrap around your lower spine. Open your heart to the sky. Bend in the front leg still. Nice open stretch in the left side body. Sometimes it's nice too to bring that left palm to the top of your head, just allowing that elbow to reach up higher. Completely extra if you want to add that in on your next reverse warrior. Inhale to exhale, let's find side angle. Lean towards the front, look towards the right. Left forearm floats above your thigh bone. Right arm reaches up and over your ear. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring it back to warrior two. Lengthen your left leg. Some people need to shorten their stance for triangle, so if you need to, shorten it out. Hips are being pulled back towards the back of your mat as you lower the left hand towards the ground. The back hand rests against the inner part of your leg. Find support there, reaching or touching the earth. Exhale, lift from that right oblique. Find that triangle stance again. And then we're just going to square everything forward. Sweep that right arm forward and up. Square shoulders and hips to the front of your mat, bend your left leg. Now we can find that nice long high crescent lunge. Lengthen your stance out. Prepping for our warrior 3 pose. Inhale to reach to the sky. Exhale, use momentum, sweep your arms down and lift them back, lifting your right leg, find warrior 3. Here's another variation if you didn't want to use momentum. Bring hands either to your waist or heart center. Hinge at your waist and just scoot forward, bringing the weight to your left foot. Bow your chest, finding a half lift. Then lift the right leg into warrior 3. This isn't necessarily an easier variation because it is hard to lift that leg and trust it to be fully parallel to the earth. That's why sometimes it's nice to use that momentum. Activate your back leg, so flex the toes and point the foot. This is our yogi foot. Alright, breathe in and out. Second breath in, let's come up to mountain pose. Bring the right toes next to the left. Shake out your standing leg. Finally resting from that left foot. Find your chair pose stance. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale to chair. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, forward fold. You know where we're going now, so remember to add in freedom of movement in your practice. Plant the hands, bend the knees, step or hop, plank. Breathe in and shift forward on your tiptoes. Exhale to lower, chaturanga. Inhale, open heart. Squeeze the inner legs together, protect your lower spine, and shift back to downward facing dog. Same poses, but also remember that these are new. This is a new, fresh side, so it could feel or look a little different. Inhale, lift the right leg this time, find three-legged dog. Actively go from square hips to open hips, bending the knee. Knee is looking to the ceiling. Add in your circles. Taking a moment just to let out any stiffness that's built up in the hips. And at your own pace, making your way to warrior 1, squaring the hips, reaching the right foot forward just behind the heels of your hands, bringing the back heel to the earth, toes pointed out at an angle. Inhale to exhale, rise. Bend in the front knee. Strong stance, not a lunge. Warrior 1. Unscrunch those toes. Weight is in the soles of your feet and heels. Inhale, lengthen that right leg. Let's pivot to our warrior 2. Now the left toes are looking towards the left edge of your mat. Right toes are looking towards the front of your mat. Heel dissects that back foot arch. Think about what makes you strong. Find your powerful stance. Find a purposeful glance or dristi. Gaze forward or off to the side. Your breath makes you strong. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward and back, reverse warrior. Finding freedom with your arms. I personally feel more comfortable with a half bind in my left arm. And then typically my hand is reaching to the sky, but since we're focusing on strength, it feels nice to bring it to my head, adding more activation to that top arm. Next breath in, extend the arms, reach that right arm forward, bend the elbow and hover the forearm over the right thigh bone. Left elbow is reaching over your ear. Inhale, exhale, come back through warrior 2, lengthen your front leg. Adjust your stance for triangle pose. Same feet position, but they can be a little bit closer together. Pull the hips back. Right hand reaches forward and down towards your mat. Triangle pose. Stack the shoulders, stack the eyeballs. Using your body as a prop, back hand is pressing against your inner leg, especially if that hand isn't touching the earth. The body is in front of the hips, so it's really easy when we reach down with those legs lengthened to sort of sway forward to the side of the mat. We're reaching forward, being in front of that right leg, hips pulling back. Coming out of this pose, use that left oblique now. Inhale to exhale, rise. Square everything forward. Sweep the left hand now forward. Picking up that back heel, reach hands to the sky, shoulders and hips forward. Now you can finally lengthen out that stance, finding a long crescent lunge. Mentally prepare for your warrior three. Decide how you'll come into it. Maybe you inhale, exhale, sweep the arms down and back, lifting your back leg to find warrior three. Or you can bring hands to a more comfy position, hinge at your waist, scoot the back toes forward, bow to find half lift. Stay here to find balance, especially if you're at home and you don't have those blocks. Eventually, try lifting your leg, finding warrior three. Your breath makes you strong. Use your breath, hold your pose. Inhale to feel that rise from your right foot. Exhale to square the hips, keep them down, staying true to your warrior three. Breathe in and breathe out. Next pose is standing. Go ahead and rise. Bring the left foot next to the right. Beautiful. Now both sides know where we're going. We're going to go through that again, this time at a faster pace with a little less cueing. I'll cue you in at the breath and the pose. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, chair. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, this time an extra movement. Add in 1 to 2 or 3 hops, finding plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Since you know where we're going, you can pick either left or right side. If you want to follow along with me, I'm going to inhale, lift my left leg. 3-legged dog. Exhale to plant the foot. Inhale, warrior one. Strong stance. Inhale to exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Match your breath with your movement. Inhale, come back through warrior two. Adjust to triangle. Inhale, exhale to lower. Maybe this time you can touch the ground. Inhale to exhale, rise. Pivot your stance, high crescent lunge. Square everything forward. Lengthen your stance. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, warrior three. Taking a breath in and out in warrior three. Inhaling to rise, find mountain pose. Prep for the other side. Find what makes you strong. Last time warrior poses. Inhale, exhale, chair. Inhale to reach, exhale, fold. Plant hands, step or hop to plank. Shift forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to reverse it, downward facing dog. Pick up your opposite leg. If you are following me, right leg. Inhale to exhale, warrior one. Find your powerful stance. Bring in that inner power. Breath in and breath out, warrior two. Reach forward and to the sky, reverse warrior. Breathe out, side angle. Reverse it back, warrior two. Lengthen the front leg, make your way to triangle. Being a little bit more warm, maybe the tips of your fingers touch your yoga mat. Breathe in to prepare, exhale out to lift from your oblique. Standing pose. Inhale to square everything forward. Exhale, bend in the right knee. High crescent lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. Use momentum. Bow and lift. Warrior three. Single breath here. Feel strength. Your final warrior three pose. End in your mountain pose. Inhale, bring the left toes next to the right. Reach your arms to the sky. Now finally taking that break. Swan dive, bow forward, round the spine, forward fold, looking to your shins. Beautiful flow. Thank yourself for being strong today in your warrior poses. When you're ready, roll up to standing. Bring hands to heart center. Continue that gratitude towards your inner strength. Remembering that if you ever want to feel strong, come back to warrior poses. Breathe in and breathe out. Bow forward as respect to your practice. Namaste. Well done, and please subscribe. See you next time.